River Valley High School student. Today we will be introducing our amazing city, Rio De Janeiro. Okay. Now, I will be introducing to you about the geography of Rio De Janeiro. Rio De Janeiro is located at 22 degrees 54 minutes south latitude and 43 degrees 12 minutes west longitude. It's over here. It is on the strip of Brazil's Atlantic coast, close to the Tropic of Capricorn, where the shoreline is orientated east-west. The population of the city Rio de Janeiro, occupying an area of 1,182.3 square kilometers, is about 6 million. The population of the greater metropolitan area is estimated at 11 to 13.5 million. It was Brazil's capital until 1960, when Brasilia took its place. Residents of the cities are known as cariocas. The time zone which Rio de Janeiro is following is GMT -3 hours.
As seen in this table. While the various Protestant denominations rose from 2.6 to 22.2%, also can be seen from this table. This is a 2010 census conducted about the religions in Brazil. As you can see, the people with no religion are currently at 8.0%. People who are spiritists are at 2.0%, while others who are at 3.2%. Studies carried out conclude that the average white Brazilian is 80% European, 10% American, and 10% African. In a 2006 census, some 42.6% of the Brazilians identified themselves as of mixed ancestry, known as Pardo. This figure not only includes Mulatto people, but also includes other multiracial people, such as people who have European and American ancestry, known as Cablocos, as well as Westernized Americans and Mestizos, with some Asian ancestry. A majority of mixed-race Brazilians have all three origins: European, African, and American ancestry. The majority of white Brazilians, which is at 48.4%, are mixed race, both sub-Saharan African and American ancestry. And the average ancestry of the Afro-Brazilians, self-identified as Brazilians of Black African origin, which is at 6.9%, is 50% European, 10% American, and 40% African. The mulatto's constructed identity can also be based in many other factors.
Rio de Janeiro is one of the most visited cities in the southern hemisphere and is known for its natural settings, carnival celebrations, samba, bossa nova, balneario beaches such as Barra da Chico, Copacabana, Ipanema, and Leblon. The coastline extends 635 kilometers and is formed by the bays of Guanabara, Sepetiba, and Ilha Grande. Ilha Grande and Guanabara are especially famous for the marine life. The chances of seeing sea turtles and stingrays are very high. Maybe, with a bit of luck, there will be dolphins. There are prominent slopes near the ocean, featuring also diverse environments such as bays, lagoons, and tropical forests. Rio stays relatively hot throughout the year. It experiences much rainfall as its climate is tropical equatorial. The humidity is humid coastal and the state experiences high air pressure. Thus, it also receives the sea breeze wind. Temperatures stay between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. The major vegetation type, the tropical rainforest, has adapted to the wet and dry and hot environment and is evergreen as it experiences summer throughout the year. This environment is habitat to many endangered species like the golden lion-headed tamarin, woolly spider monkey, other mammals, and a wide variety of bird species. Most of the state, however, consists of highlands, often higher than 1,000 meters, formed by several mountain chains like the Serra do Mar, which separates Rio from the state São Paulo. The highest point of the state, the Pico das Agujas Negras, Black Needles Peak, is located in the Serra da Mantiqueira, which forms the physical border with neighboring Minas Gerais. Its principal rivers are Guandu, the Pirai, the Paraíba, Uso, the Mackay, and Muriel. These rivers are also home to the caiman, a species of the crocodilian family.
Rio De Janeiro urbanization. There are various reasons for which people move to city centers such as Rio De Janeiro. These include: number one, more job opportunities real or perceived in cities, a better quality of education and healthcare in established towns. There is more to see and do in the big cities. Drought and other adverse weather conditions may make a rural way of life impossible or unattainable. Civil war has pushed many to seek life in the urban hubs. The mechanization of agriculture has left families with no work or opportunities in the rural areas. The problem with such rapid urbanization, though, is that the cities do not have the time or resources to accommodate and employ these people. Therefore, the migrants arrive to find themselves living in poor conditions and fighting for a degree of quality of life. This has led to informal settlements called shanty towns or favelas being established around the urban centers. In fact, in Rio De Janeiro alone, there are approximately 2 million favela inhabitants. The following initiatives are being implemented in some areas to improve these conditions at the moment. Number one, new housing structures are being built from bricks, which are more stable and safe than the foundations. Number two, homes are being equipped with electricity and water. Number three, the city councils are assisting the locals to build schools and shops near to or within the favelas. Number four, clinics are being built in and around the shanty towns for their inhabitants.
One interesting fact about Rio de Janeiro has been rated critical for crime by the State Department for the past 25 years. Crime statistics for 2012 reflect continued critically high and rising levels of crime in both the state and the city of Rio de Janeiro in the categories of robbery, rape, fraud, and residential thefts. While crime rates remain at critical levels, the homicide rate continues to fall. Since 2005, homicides in the state and city of Rio de Janeiro have declined over 50% in real numbers, and in the homicides per 100,000 inhabitants. Despite the drop in 2012, there were still 4,041 homicides, in Rio De Janeiro state, 1,209 homicides in the city of Rio De Janeiro. The homicide rate in the state and city of Rio de Janeiro has dropped dramatically from 42 homicides per 100,000 in 2005 to 24 homicides per 100,000 in 2012.